Let me take you on a journey, not one of the body, but of the soul. Imagine waking up in a world where everything you thought was true begins to dissolve. You sit alone in silence, deep in meditation, and suddenly, a strange presence surrounds you. It's not frightening, but it's not comforting either. You realize in that moment that something ancient and vast is knocking on the door of your awareness. That knock is not from the outside, it comes from within. But who is knocking? Is it you, or is it the other you've never met? This is the moment the veil begins to thin, and you know without a shadow of doubt that you are about to enter something much greater than yourself. When we speak of spiritual duality, we are not speaking of good versus evil, light versus dark, or some cartoonish battle of opposites. We are speaking of the very architecture of consciousness. Duality is not a flaw in the system, it is the system. It is the interface between the known and the unknown, the visible and the invisible, the self and the self. Without duality, there is no contrast, and without contrast, there is no perception. Duality is the divine paradox that allows awareness to know itself. You might ask, why would spirit split itself in two? And the answer is, to see, to feel, to experience. You see, the human experience is a theater of dualities. We feel love, and we feel fear. We are strong, and we are fragile. We are infinite, yet confined to a body. But what if I told you that this division is not a trap, but a gate? A keyhole through which we can peer into other realities. Many seekers try to escape duality, thinking it is the enemy. But those who understand its secret use it as a bridge. They walk through the shadows and find the light hidden within them. They don't run from discomfort, they enter it. Because discomfort is often the guardian of the hidden realm. Let me ask you something that may stop you in your tracks. Who are you when you are not being you? When you are not performing, not pleasing, not fearing, not chasing what remains? That silent witness who sees both joy and sorrow without clinging to either. That is the first sign of your access point. Duality exists so that this witness can emerge. If you never suffered, you would never seek. If you never hungered, you would never eat the bread of spirit. The tension between opposites reveals the path forward. It's like a bowstring pulled tight. That tension is what launches the arrow into the unknown. As you go deeper into this awareness, you begin to encounter something strange. Moments when your thoughts contradict themselves. You love someone, and yet you resent them. You want freedom, yet you cling to comfort. You desire truth, but you hide from it. These contradictions are not a failure, they're a map. They point toward the deeper reality beneath the surface. The more you investigate them, the more you realize that every contradiction is a door. And if you are brave enough to walk through that door, you begin to see the architecture of the hidden realms. Now, the hidden realms are not some fantasy world in the clouds. They are layered dimensions of consciousness embedded within you. They are not distant, they are subtle. Like a frequency just outside of your hearing or a color just beyond your visual spectrum. When you begin to embrace both sides of your duality, not choosing one over the other, but holding them both, you begin to vibrate at a higher resonance. And this resonance is what tunes your soul to the hidden realms. It's not about escaping the world, it's about seeing it with new eyes.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound insights.
Have you ever felt like two people live inside you? One who wants to rise, to grow, to evolve, and another who wants to stay safe, to hide, to sleep? That is not a mistake. That is spiritual design. The friction between these two selves is what produces awakening. The caterpillar must die for the butterfly to be born, but the death is not a punishment, it is a passage. In duality, death and birth are not opposites. They are lovers. They dance together, eternally birthing the next dimension of who you are becoming. So many of us are afraid to face our inner darkness. But darkness is not evil. It is the womb. It is the place where stars are born. The hidden realms are not reached by fleeing the night, but by entering it with eyes wide open. You must become both the light and the one who carries it into the dark. That is the sacred role of the spiritual warrior. You are not here to be perfect. You are here to be whole. And wholeness only comes when you embrace every part of yourself, the sacred and the profane, the angel and the animal, the dreamer and the doubter. The paradox is this: the more you embrace your contradictions, the more unified you become. Not because you resolve them, but because you transcend them. You become bigger than your parts. You start to see that you are not the conflict, you are the space in which the conflict happens. And that space is infinite. That is the real you, the one who watches, the one who listens, the one who remains, even when everything else falls away. Let me tell you a secret. The moment you stop trying to be spiritual, you actually become it. Because spirituality is not something you do, it's something you remember. It's the memory of who you were before the world told you who to be. And duality is the teacher that brings you back to that memory. Every heartbreak, every doubt, every fear, it's not meant to punish you. It's meant to peel away the false layers, so that what's left is raw and real and radiant. You may wonder, how do I begin this journey? The answer is by noticing. Begin to notice the dualities within you, the moments when you feel torn, the times when you say one thing but feel another. Don't judge them, observe them, and ask yourself, what is this tension trying to show me? Because every tension is a message from the hidden realms. It's a whisper from your soul, inviting you deeper. Do not be in a rush to resolve your inner oppositions. Sit with them, listen, meditate on them, ask them what they want. And if you're quiet enough, they will speak. They will tell you things no book can teach. They will reveal parts of yourself you never knew existed. These parts are not just fragments, they are portals. Each one leads to a deeper layer of reality. And the more you explore them, the more the veil begins to lift. You begin to dream differently. You start receiving insights in moments of silence. You feel guided even when you don't know where you're going. You begin to trust something deeper than logic because you've touched something eternal, something that lives behind the masks. That's when you realize spiritual duality was never your enemy. It was your compass, and it has been pointing you home all along. But be warned, this path is not safe. It will ask you to give up everything you think you are. It will ask you to walk into the fire of your own illusions. But what emerges from that fire is not a victim. It is not a seeker. It is a master. A being who has seen both sides of the coin and realized they are made of the same gold. Are you willing to step into that fire? Are you willing to lose yourself to find yourself? In the hidden realms, nothing is what it seems. Time bends. Identity dissolves. You begin to communicate not with words, but with energy. You find beings there not of flesh, but of frequency. They are not gods. They are not demons. They are archetypes of your own psyche, reflecting back your deepest truths. They do not speak to your mind, they speak to your essence. And if you listen, they will show you who you really are. As you stand in the threshold between the seen and the unseen, you begin to understand something profound. Spiritual duality is not a wall, it's a mirror. It reflects back everything you are and everything you deny being. The light within you illuminates the path, but it's the darkness that holds the map. This is why the ancients journeyed into caves, fasted on mountaintops, and wandered the deserts. They understood that the separation between this world and the hidden realms is not made of stone or distance. It is made of perception. And perception is shaped by contrast. You must realize there is no ascent without descent. There is no awakening without the sleep that came before. Your soul has chosen this dual experience to grow not by avoiding pain, but by integrating it. The hidden realms are not accessed by escaping suffering, but by transforming it. Pain becomes a portal. Fear becomes a guide. Confusion becomes a teacher. Each one holds a key to unlock a deeper version of you. You are not broken, you are becoming. Imagine this for a moment. Every time you feel torn between two choices, two identities, two truths, you are actually being invited to expand. The mind wants to choose, but the spirit wants to include. This is the essence of non-dual awakening, not the death of duality, but its transcendence through integration. You are not meant to eliminate your shadow. You are meant to dance with it. And in that dance, you become whole. As you walk further into this mysterious inner terrain, something astonishing begins to happen. You start to see symbols in everything. A bird crossing your path, a sudden gust of wind, a dream that feels more real than waking life. These are not coincidences, they are messages. In the hidden realms, language is vibrational. Meaning is felt, not spoken. And those who learn to read the symbols of duality begin to unlock the sacred code of existence. The entire universe becomes a conversation with your soul. Let me ask you a question so deep you may need to sit with it for days. What if every contradiction in your life was designed to break you open to a higher intelligence? Not to confuse you, but to expand you. Not to defeat you, but to initiate you. Your suffering is not meaningless, it is alchemical. It is the fire in which your ego burns, so your essence can rise like smoke into the sky of spirit. When you begin to see through this lens, your entire story changes. You are not a victim. You are a sacred experiment in divine evolution. In this sacred inner laboratory, duality becomes the sacred ingredient in all transformation. Masculine and feminine, action and surrender, life and death, logic and intuition. Each polarity is a note in the great song of your becoming. The trick is not to silence one and amplify the other, it's to learn how to play them both in harmony. When you can hold two opposing truths in your heart without collapsing into confusion, you begin to touch the mind of God. This is why ancient mystics were often paradoxical. They would say things like, "The path forward is to go within," or "You must die before you can live." These aren't riddles, they are spiritual technologies. They point to the truth that cannot be grasped by linear thinking. The hidden realms are not accessed through logic, but through surrender. You must allow yourself to not know, to fail, to fall apart. Only then do you discover the part of you that cannot be destroyed. Let me speak to your soul directly now. You are more than your name, more than your past, more than your beliefs. You are the silent awareness that watches all of it. And that awareness is your compass. It is what guides you through the labyrinth of duality. Every time you feel lost, return to that inner watcher. Breathe, witness, allow. This simple act of presence is a sacred ritual. It opens the doorways between worlds. And when those doorways open, you begin to remember, not with your mind, but with your being. You remember lifetimes of wisdom stored in the cells of your body. You remember dreams that were not dreams. You remember a time before time, when you were not separate from anything. This remembrance is not fantasy, it is revelation. And it comes not through force, but through receptivity. The more you soften, the more you see. Have you ever cried and didn't know why? Or felt a sudden wave of peace in the middle of despair? These are signs you are brushing up against the veil. The hidden realms are not always loud. Sometimes they are a whisper in the storm, a flicker in the corner of your eye. The more you attune to these subtle signals, the more you are initiated into the sacred art of seeing. And seeing is the beginning of becoming. You begin to see others differently too. You no longer judge them as good or bad, awakened or asleep. You see their dualities as mirrors of your own. You begin to understand that everyone is carrying a sacred burden. Everyone is fighting a battle between who they are and who they're afraid to be. This awareness births compassion. And in compassion, another veil lifts. You realize that the hidden realms are not just within you, they are within us. We are each other's portals. Relationships become spiritual classrooms. Conflicts become invitations. Every argument, every hurt, every misunderstanding becomes an opportunity to transcend the illusion of separation. Because underneath every duality is unity. Underneath every wound is a longing for return. And when you hold space for that longing in yourself and others, you become a channel for the divine to enter this world. This is how the hidden realms begin to manifest in your daily life. Not through lightning bolts or visions, though those may come, but through presence, through surrender, through radical honesty. You begin to live as if everything is sacred, because it is. You start to walk with reverence. You speak less, but your words carry more weight. You laugh more, because you no longer take the illusion so seriously. And you love more deeply, because you've touched the eternal in your own heart. Let me leave you with this. The hidden realms are not a place you go, they are a state you awaken. And duality is not the problem, it is the passage. The more you resist it, the more you remain trapped in illusion. But the moment you embrace it, you begin your return to truth, to wholeness, to the sacred remembering of who and what you truly are. So I ask you now, with the deepest sincerity, are you willing to stop running from your contradictions and start learning from them? Are you ready to look your shadow in the eye and see the light hidden within it? Are you ready to become the bridge between the worlds, not by escaping this one, but by transforming it with your presence? Because the truth is, the hidden realms are not hidden at all. They are veiled only by your fear of looking within. But once you choose to see, truly see, the veil is lifted. And there, standing in the center of all things, is you. Not the you pretend to be, not the you others expect, but the real you, the eternal you, the you that was never born and will never die. That is the gift of spiritual duality. That is the gateway. And that is the beginning of everything.